Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. We are back. We are back. The show is called TBR SSF Show, which simply means TBR Solution Sports Forum. There is lots and lots happening. It is myself, the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe. I'm joined by the Man City Man. He's playing a big game today. Peter
Yeah.
Stirrup, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Aubrey. Welcome, viewers. Hope you enjoyed the show.
You're playing a big one, Newcastle. Uh,
Correct.
and we are on the verge of to see who really is going to take the league. Who's going to run away with it? Is it
Hmm.
Arsenal? Sometimes some people they call them the chokers. When they go to the finish line, they choke. Spuza will kill me for that. Whether Man City will go on and win it again, because sometimes experience becomes a factor. And
For sure.
having said that, I said that's one subject that we are going to talk about. Mamelodi Sundowns, they seems to have now found their footing, the rhythm, and I must apologize. I made a mistake. I should have brought Malegere. He's not aware that we have changed the time now. He was telling me that he was dying to be part of the show last week. Yeah. I'm gonna give him a shout after this, but I'll try to send him a message and see where I can be able to link up. Um, yeah, because we still want to look at Mamelodi Sundowns and see. They seem to have gain the momentum. That's the Mamelodi Sundowns that we know now. It looks like Cardoso is going to make us eat humble pie. I'm one of those people
Well,
very critical of both Cardoso and Fleming back. All right. And then, yeah. So those are stories that I want to talk about. Not only that, I also want to talk about Peter Musimana. I watched his interview on SMWX. I really like Pito. I follow him, I listen to his vision, what he wants to do, and so on. And then I wish he coached Bafana because it looks like Sundowns, Cardoso will continue. Kaiser Chiefs, I don't know. I don't know whether he'll go there or what. Now, the controversial subject that I want to talk about, Doc Khumalo came out again, clarifying what he said. And this time he was explicit to say both Mamelodi Pirates and Pirates, they will never catch up with Mamelodi Sundowns at this present moment in time. His reason is very simple. He said, Sundowns buys quality, and the two teams seems not to be prepared to buy quality. One, Junior Kanye is even worse. He says Chiefs won't win any trophy. All
yeah.
right. He said even the one that they won last, they said that he doesn't know how they got it. He's starting to look at the referees and so on. Look, that is Junior's opinion. That is Doc's opinion. Where I'm sitting, I don't agree with him. I think Chiefs is improving as far as I'm concerned. I see a lot of improvement. They are now number three or four log, and I see a lot of things. So those are some of the things that we need to talk about. Brian Baloyi came out very strongly against Lilepo. Dog was on Brian Baloyi. He said, no, you can't do that. You can't criticize our players, especially when you are a legend of the team. You are killing the boys when you do that. I don't know. Those are some of the subjects. So, Pete, what's your take?
On which particular point?
All this subject, Doc Khumalo saying it's going to take a while for both Chiefs and Pirates to catch up with Mamelodi Sundowns because Mamelodi Sundowns buys quality.
I think
Uh,
there's,
and
I
then
think there's some truth in that. Yeah.
And then that's one thing. And then also Junior Kanye saying, no, 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 no. Chiefs won't win any trophy. Even the one that they won last year, he still has his own doubts. And then Doc Khumalo also criticizing Brian Baloy to say, you can't criticize our players being the legend of the team. We need to support them. So let me hear what's your take.
Yeah, don't criticize the young players. They need all encouragement. So I'll take it in reverse order, basically. Um, yeah, I agree with that. Um, I don't know if yes, well, Sundowns do buy quality players. There's no doubt about it. And I just want to say to all the Sundowns fans, wow, what a good week it's been for you guys. Um, what a turnaround, eh? That's really put the cat amongst the pigeons there, as they say. So that this league title is open. So that comment about Sundowns, you know, will automatically win it, or you can't win it while Sundowns are around because they buy quality players. The quality players is true, um, but I still think it's anybody's title at the moment. And if you look at what's happening at the moment, with regards to Chiefs, they have an interesting fixture list which is coming up there. So Kaiser Chiefs will face Orlando Pirates twice in the Soweto Derby, home and away. The first one being on the 28th of Feb, and then the second on the 25th of April. And then they take on Mamelodi Sundowns on the 5th of May. But prior to that, they have a game on Tuesday against Stellenbosch. And remember, the Stellenbosch was the one that knocked them out of the cup. Yeah, so there's some tough games, but this is if Chiefs are going to make any inroads into this title, this next month, I think is going to be it. So we'll watch this space. And Maya also said that he made a mention about one of the players not going, um, not staying at Chiefs when we talk about quality players. So he was referring to Kenisa Mayo, that 27-year-old Cape Town star who was playing for the Algerian club El Bolizadat, I think is the correct pronunciation. And it doesn't look like he's staying around because after 12 appearances, he's only scored once. And that was on his debut game against Marimo Gallant. So it kind of puts the comment on buying quality players, although he was scoring. So I'm not sure whether it's a situation that he doesn't fit in at Chiefs at the moment, but it doesn't look like he's going to stay. He doesn't look like he's going to stick around there. As far as it looks like they'll let him go and not keep up with him. So one big month coming up for Kaiser Chiefs and their fans now. But once again, I've got to take my hat off. And maybe you're right about the humble pie with Sundowns. They really have turned it around a little bit there. Those last two results, um, maybe Pirates didn't have their tactics 100% right there. I'm not sure, but hats off to Sundowns for winning that game and the previous one in the CAF Champions League, which puts them into the last 16 now. And on that point, by the way, the last 16, the draw has been made, and they will be playing a team called Stade de Million de Bamako. So it's obviously a team from Mali by the sounds of it, Bamako being the capital there. And they play those games on the 13th of March and again on the 20th of March, with it being a two-legged final there. So that's the Sundowns' next adventure in the CAF Champions League there. And just to put that into perspective, Sundowns finished in second in Group C, and this team finished top of the table in Group D. So yeah, this is what they say. This end of the season now is what makes or breaks a season for a particular club now. So yeah, Chiefs, if you're going to make it happen, they've got to start putting those results together against the top teams now.
I'll tell one thing. Sorry, I don't know whether you still wanted to say something, Pete.
No, carry on.
I wanted to say, to be honest with you, the Chiefs really they are not bad. For me, I see them coming of age. And you spoke of Nganyiso Mayo. For me, I think that Nganyiso Mayo has been a disappointment. A striker, if he doesn't score, that's how a striker has been bought to do that. All right? Sure. So if you don't score, it becomes a bit of a problem. And I must say, to be honest, Orlando Pirates has improved drastically. And so I don't think it's fair for one to think that they won't catch up with Mamelodi Sundowns. This league is still open, but it's making it interesting.
It's making it very interesting.
Yeah, I don't agree with Doc that Sundowns will run away. I think Pirates. Yes, remember I said to you that Pirates sometimes they choke. All right. And what I've noticed, I don't know whether you saw, the coach blundered, Pirates coach. He took Mukwena from the number 10 position to the wing again. Yes. And struggled against Mudau. Mudau was all over him. At some point, I saw Mufokeng was even afraid to go to Mudau when there was at some point where he had the ball and then he had to face Mudau one-on-one. Then he decided to go the opposite direction because I think he was quite aware that, hey, this guy is giving me tough time. All right. So,
what about the possibility that they're missing Umbakazi? He'll be there at the back.
Yeah, TLB has.
I think it has a factor as well.
Yeah, he has really impacted them quite a lot. So I don't know why the coach was he trying something to move Mufokeng away from where he was at number 10, where he was very effective, and then took him back to the wing. And we know that even there, the wing, he was very effective. But I think there are defenders that are a little bit problematic, like Mudau. Mudau, remember, I think is the best in the best right back in Africa right now as we speak. So it was a very big challenge, to go on and challenge. So I think that the Paris coach made a serious blunder there. So that is why. But they still have a chance. And then, they still have a chance.
Nobody's perfect.
If you look at the lock position to show that they still have a chance, look where they stand as far as the lock is concerned. All right. They're still number 1, and the difference is about how many points? It's about 4 points. All right. And 4 points, don't underestimate 4 points in football. It means a lot. It means a lot. So, as you said, they are playing Chiefs twice, okay? And they will be playing again Mamelodi Sundowns. Those 3 games will be a determining factor for me. Yes, Chiefs, there is a bit of challenge. We don't know what's going to happen. And then the other good news for Pirates, which I want to share. I don't know whether you're aware that Pirates got a sponsorship worth 100 million from Vodacom. Okay. So Okay, this one is the one of Doc Khumalo and Baloyi. I just want to share that one of Pirates getting a sponsorship worth 100 million per season from Vodacom, and that's Vodacom only. Now, if Pirates get this money, I want to see Pirates going out there, buying quality players and compete. And I must say with Sundowns, what impressed me, I saw Ndamane was there, I saw Kekana was there, because my gripe is not seeing too many South African players. I saw Shikambala coming in, stabilizing the game. In fact, the introduction of Shikambala, which is Tembazwane, was a determining factor. And then now Ndamane is a youngster. So this is what I've been always wanting. I wanted to see youngsters coming in the squad, because remember, we are preparing. Yes, we are going to the World Cup now, 2026, but remember there is AFCON now. Apparently, we may have it here in our country, 2028. We still have a lot of games we are still going to play. So I want to see a lot of youngsters from our shores coming. DDC has contributed a lot to develop our football. I'm not taking away from the people like Allende. Allende, when he came in, he stabilized Sundowns. He made Sundowns very dangerous. So that is why Pirates could not do a thing. But I think maybe Cardoso is now, getting his feet right as far as that is concerned. So that's my opinion. And then you also agree with Doc Khumalo that you don't criticize youngsters, especially your players, and then if you are not happy. But if you ask me, I think Mayo, that would be good for Chiefs not to renew his contract. He hasn't shown that, because remember, he came with a big fanfare, we're expecting a lot from him. So I think Kaiser Chiefs is too big for him. I don't know whether that goal where he made a mistake. Remember, there was a goal that it was going in, and then unfortunately, he he did something. He wanted to score. It became an offside. I don't know whether that also plays in his head. Now, as far as
I'm sure it does.
suspension is concerned for Nedbank, so people so that are aware, if they don't see these players are not playing, they should understand. As you can see there, I can't see them properly. My eyes are failing. I don't know whether I can see Pete.
No, no, no. It's not 100% clear, but you can make it out.
Then when I make,
Maybe I've got better glasses.
let's see. And then when no, no, it's even worse. Yeah, but
There we go.
I'm sure they'll be able to see Durban City. They have Fezile, Naba, all those are the suspended players. If you don't see them as fans, don't get angry with the coaches. You need to understand. PSL shares this
Yeah,
information with us so that we can be able to share this information with you, and then you understand, because you don't want hooliganism. That's not what we want, okay? And then yeah, so we are really against hooliganism. And this is nice. This is brings a spice. Football, it's a game of opinion. It's a game of discussion. So I'm happy with what I see between Doc Khumalo and Brian Baloyi. There's nothing. There's no beef. We always argue about football. Doc has his opinion, and Brian has his opinion to say, Lilepo. Maybe Brian is frustrated by the fact that Chiefs used to have good strikers. If I remember your Samora Kulu, Fani Madide, Shaga Ngobo, you name them. Those are the guys who would bang goals, Max Maponyane. So maybe he's setting the bar to that level. So maybe that could be the reason. So I don't know. What's your take, Pete?
there'll always be opinions about teams in football, and that happens in every single league
Mm,
amongst fans there. even even in this house, we've got a Man United, a Man City fan,
mm,
and we can differ on opinions as to what's going on the field there.
mm.
Yeah, so it's you can expect it. You can expect it. I mean, it's a passionate, and people feel passionate about their team. So
Yeah.
I think we said last week. I think last week, I can't remember who made the statement there. Guys, the Chiefs fans, get behind your team. Don't worry about the other teams. Put your head forward. Put your head down. There's a heavy month coming for you guys, and
Mm.
it's make or break. So yeah. Um,
Um, can I say this? Big up to Arthur Zwane. He's going to the quarterfinals. I've already mentioned that. Arthur Zwane is proving that he's a good coach.
uh,
What I like is the fact that he changed the entire squad. All right. He changed the entire squad. He brought new players, and look what is happening now. Because when a person changed the entire squad, you start getting worried. Hey, what's going to happen? So I big up to 10-111. And remember that Mamelodi Sundowns, they are playing TS Galaxy this afternoon for what you call
Nedbank.
for Nedbank. What's your take? Do you think that Mamelodi Sundowns will go out there and prove a point since they're playing this Nedbank Cup?
I think so. PS Galaxy have lost their last three games in the PSL, so I see Sundowns actually, yeah, stamping themselves in the
Mm, mm,
competition. Yeah,
mm,
no, I think it's going to happen.
mm. And then
And then if we,
it will be a humdinger game, and then
yeah,
we are looking forward to see what's going to happen. May the best team win, and then proceed to the next round.
and then
Mhm.
and we have Pirates facing Kazakh Stars,
Mm,
so
mm,
that's Premier League versus First Division there. Um, Kazakh Stars, who are from the First Division, have drawn the last two games, so. I see both Pirates and Sundowns winning their respective games. Yeah.
and remember, Pirates are three-time cup holder. All right. So unfortunately, last day they could not win it. So maybe they'll want to win this one to remind people that we are Mamelodi Sundowns. So maybe you've forgotten about us. Let's remind you that we are Mamelodi Sundowns.
Yeah.
We are there. And then, but I'm happy. I'm happy what I see. As long as I see young stars, South African young stars, of course, you must blend it with international play. What do you think about this new player who scored 2 goals? He scored him, man. The
Leon,
Mamelodi Sundowns front man.
Leon. Yeah, no,
Yeah, no. What's your take about him?
yeah, he looks sharp, eh? He looks
Yeah,
very on it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And
But I
then,
also must say, you remember we had that discussion about Rowan Williams.
yeah.
I think he had a great game, right?
Well, I've always trusted Rowan
Yeah.
Williams.
He,
You get off form, And
yeah.
having said that, let me go to Peter. Peter had a very nice discussion, and I enjoyed. And I think he's eyeing Bafana Bafana, and then you see he's well traveled. And what interests me, he said he has written a manual, about how to train a youngster under various groups because you don't train them same. And then it's a manual. He said it took him 3 years to put it together. And he's passionate about football, Peter Musimane. And then he doesn't rule out going back to Mamelodi Sundowns. And then he also paid tribute to Dr. Patrice Motsepe because he said, he was lucky. He spent an hour with Pep Guardiola, and that was made possible by Dr. Patrice Motsepe. And then, talking football. And then he spent about 2 days with Laporte before As I said, Pete, he said he spent 2 days with Laporta. He said Laporta took him to dinner on 2 occasions. And then they were discussing football. Laporta was explaining all about the La Masia, Barcelona setup as a whole. And this is what Peter said. He said, I did a lot of research. I went to Ajax. Remember, Ajax, they have one of the best developmental program. And then he went, I think it was Ajax and I think few teams, just to check their setup, La Masia and all that, to learn, you know. And this is what impresses me. You can see that this man, he had a mission. So he was in the preparatory stage and he was preparing himself to say, when I retire, this is what I want to do. I want to produce quality players, okay? And remember, he's from the school of Jomo Sono, who also, Jomo has produced almost 600 players, 600 players, top players, including Peter himself. So it was quite refreshing, and he's passionate, and he talked about his soccer philosophy, which I enjoyed. He mentioned a number of things, including the psychological part of it, understanding the player inside out, the physicalness, emphasis on the. That was what Peter was saying. And then he said he asked Laporta, what's going to be Barcelona like after Messi? Although I think they were saying it was there after Ronaldinho, Rivaldo, you name them. But with Messi, it's a different ball game altogether. Yeah. So that's it. Very interesting discussion that Peter had. And then he also added to the discussion that of Pirates Chiefs Sundowns. Said he does not see both Pirates and Chiefs Sundowns challenging Sundowns now, because Sundowns continue to buy quality players. All right. And remember that is his opinion. So don't kill people for their opinion. They must share their opinion, of course. You must also come up with your opinion. All right. And that is why I say it was brave of Doc Khumalo to come after that backlash to repeat what he said. And he said, I was not saying it in a bad way. I was saying whatever that I see. All right. So unfortunately, some of Chiefs fans, they don't see it that way. They just want to continue to praise Chiefs unnecessarily. But I see Pirates catching up. Pirates is doing well. That's my opinion. And yeah. So that's it. So Pete, now let's go to the books. Remember, you're a financial company, so we always tell people about finance. And one of the first books that I want to share quickly is this one, the book by Dr. Darlene Small, an economist with the Reserve Bank for 33 years. The book called How to Win the Wealth Game, The Art of Money. So you can get that book from us. And then there's another one by Luther Lebelo, Consciousness of Being God. Luther is a very well-traveled somebody, well-educated, worked for SARS, worked for various organizations. He's a very good somebody. So there's a lot to learn there. And there's also a book by Robert Marawa. I always continue to say, get a piece of this book. Try to read this book and then you'll learn a lot. As I said, I'm still trying to get hold of him so that I interview him on this book only, not necessarily his biography, but this book, because I found it very fascinating. So there are some few questions that I need to ask him, okay? And then there's also a book called Secrets for Becoming Rich. This one is a second edition. There was first edition, and then there's also this one as a second edition. You can get it from us. And then there's also a book that called How to Get Out of Bad Debts, Use Other People's Money and Resources to Get Rich. And then you can also get it from us. And then there's also a book, let's see, by Nom Summers Google. It's called Entrepreneur Awakening with the Drive. So it has done that thing again. I don't know what is this. So yeah, so and then I'll share others a little bit later before we close. Pete, now today, Man City versus
Newcastle.
Newcastle. It's a very big game. I'm sure everybody's looking forward to watch that game. Yourself too. You can't wait. You can't wait.
It's a scary one. It's because Newcastle have come off a back of three straight wins, I think it is, if I'm not mistaken. Both well in the playoffs for the UEFA Champions League. They beat Quarterback by 6-1. So they've got some form coming through there at the moment. I know Man City did beat them. I can't remember whether it was an FA Cup game or I don't think it was an FA Cup. I think it was a league game. They beat them in Newcastle 2-0, I think it was, a couple of weeks ago. So this is a return game now. It's pretty much, from a title race perspective, one that we must win because at the moment now there's 4 points difference on an equal amount of games between us and Arsenal. And well, if we can get 3 points there, then it puts pressure on Arsenal. Yeah, so I do believe it's 4 points if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it is 4 points difference. So big game, big game. And then tomorrow, Arsenal play away against Tottenham Hotspur. Now, Tottenham Hotspur just got a new manager.
Maybe I need to share the link as you talk so that people can see what are we talking about.
Tottenham Hotspur have got a new interim coach.
Can you see that?
Yeah, no, not too bad there. So yes, 5 points. 5 points. Yeah. So if Man City can beat Newcastle, then we will go within 2 points, and that will obviously, just as Mamelodi Sundowns have now done to Pirates there, put the pressure back on. So we will see what happens there. Arsenal, as I say, are away to Tottenham, and they got this new interim coach, and he was hired till the end of the season. And he's been known for having a quick turnaround sort of strategy. So, I mean, I don't know if you got a full picture of that league at the bottom there.
Not really. I just took only this. I just took only this.
I think if one looks at the bottom end of the league, I think Spurs are around about 4th or 5th from bottom. So there's a albeit an outside chance that they could be relegated. So big worries for them. So they'll be up against it against Arsenal. It's a good side. I know there's been talk about Arsenal choking towards the back end of the season, but and I'm not so sure this season. Yes, they've had a couple of stumbles, but let's see how that turns out. And let's not forget Aston Villa. I mean, Aston Villa, they've still got 3 points behind Man City, playing very well. And look who's in fourth space.
Man United. Because what I wanted to say, sorry, Pete, to cut you short, the Kaizer Chiefs fans, this is what should motivate them. That Man United has been struggling quite a lot, but look where they are. And this is what Kaizer Chiefs, where they are. They need just to fix up 1 or 2 things. If you remember quite well, Barcelona was the minus compared to Real Madrid, not in Spain, but compared to Real Madrid. Who changed the fortune was Rivaldo. And then after Rivaldo was Ronaldinho, he took it to another level. Messi just, made things worse. Because I think they won the league title 8 times during Messi's era. Real Madrid only twice. That's dominance. All right. Yeah, this is what I wanted to say. So, Chief fans, you need one or two things. Things will change. Yes.
Get behind your team.
Yeah.
It's a very, like we said earlier, it's a very heavy month for Chiefs and their fans. But if they can come through the other end there with some positive results there, I think it's far from over.
It's far from over. It's far from over. You know what? I strongly believe that you know that I'm a fan of Pep Guardiola due to Barca link or Barca connection due to Messi. But this time, I really wish Arsenal wins the league. They play very well. I was very much impressed with the buy of Otamendi. Yeah, that player. I thought Otamendi would join. No, not Otamendi, man. What is this young man? He's from Spain. Zubimendi. Yeah. I thought he would join Madrid or Barcelona. And I was asking myself why Barcelona can't buy Zubimendi. The boy is a gem. He's a gem. You know that those players, they are very good. But their greatness, it end up not shining because they play for teams that are small, I can name Vardy, for instance. Can you imagine if Vardy was playing Man United or Man City? What could be his stature,
But Vardy was playing non-league football before he came into the league. So, from little acorns grows a tree, So yeah, it's all about the player getting opportunity, seizing that opportunity, and then fitting into a team where he can shine. Even she, I suppose, these days can shine. In at the level they always say cream floats to the top, when it comes to milk. So yeah. Just another bit of news there. There's rumor that Jurgen Klopp, I'm not sure on this Real Madrid sort of takeover at the end of the season or sometime in June or whatever. There's rumor that he might go for Szoboszlai for Liverpool, and there's another class player, right? Szoboszlai for Liverpool. So I think he'll make if it's true and he goes to Real Madrid. I think he's going to make a difference. There's also a rumor that PSG are going for Haaland. So we'll see how that one works out. There's a big difference. There's a big difference between rumors.
They also want Lamine Yamal. That's another rumor. And then in exchange of 4 players, 4 quality players. Well, with this Barcelona, I really don't know. With this Barcelona, I really don't know. But if you ask me, you don't sell a player like Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal, for me, is like Lionel Messi. These are the players who are supposed to be the furniture of the team. Your Wayne Rooney, Man United through and through. These are players that you don't just shift. As I was talking about Ozymandias, because you have a players that there was a player called
Zubimendi.
Zubimendi. There was this player called Andres Masego, Panyaza. We call him Panya Panya. The Panyaza, the politician, he named himself after that. It was this, big Swallows fan. That guy was at that level of drama and ace. But because he played for Swallows, he never
Mm.
shined. There was Andres Chicha from Mamelodi. Very, very. But he didn't go any far because by that time, Mamelodi Sundowns was not this Mamelodi Sundowns that we know today. So there are some
Isn't
players.
that is it? Yeah, isn't that what makes scouting, for players from other teams very difficult though? Because you see a talent in a particular team, he's not playing within that team at that particular level which he can
Mm,
achieve.
mm, mm,
And the true is also true. They shine sometimes in a lower team, and then when
mm,
they get put into a different level of game, they're not going to perform. So I think scouting is a very, very, very skillful, and you've got to have a good football mind and to be able to spot that talent. It's easy to pick the good ones, but
mm,
it's not that easy to pick the ones that could become tomorrow's star.
mm. But you know what? Sometimes I suspect even the players themselves are afraid of challenges.
Mm.
To say I don't
Comfort
want
zone.
to, yeah, I don't want to compete. Like your Panyaza maybe said, nah, if I go to Paris, there's Jomo there. If I go to Chiefs, there's Ace in there, there's Teenage Laja, and then but playing for the big teams. Look how massive Doc Khumalo is, because he played for
Mm.
Kaiser Chiefs. All right. He's massive. He was a good player. You don't take that away from him. But he played the
100%.
right team. That is why even today we talk about him. And those are the players that, another thing that was impressive by Pito, he said it himself. He said he has never seen a player of Jomo's caliber. I saw that man. That man was something else. I hear the youngsters say, you guys, this is what you're taking. They see one or two few seconds. This is what you're saying about Jomo. Peter said that man is something else. I used to play with him. He would say to me, just run. The ball will be on your feet. And of course, Peter
Mm.
would say, he gave me so many goals. And he would score goals himself. I saw that man. That man
Mm.
was something. To
Same
me,
with Yaya Toure, yeah.
yeah. To
Yaya
me,
Toure.
to me,
Oof.
South Africa don't have a player who's at that level. To me, it was him number one, Asian Swelling number two, Teenage Ladla number three. I can have Doc Khumalo there number four, and Andres Masego there. So yeah, and there were many, even Chipa Moloi. Tebucho's dad, he was a magician, a magician. But that's it. Sometimes they like comfort zone. Pete, now
Yes.
there's any other story that we talk about? And then remember
I
Mamelodi
heard,
Sundowns game. It's
yeah,
a, it's a sold out today.
yes.
It's a sold out game. And then and this is excites me. You know why it excites me? Pirates has been playing in front of sold out. Well, Chiefs, they are kings when it comes to the crowds.
Mm.
And that makes the vibe. And they've taken the game to Wamhlanga Stadium, in Wandebele. That's Mamelodi Sundowns, which is good. You rather go to a small stadium, né? And
Mm.
then but the, the 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 atmosphere looks good. It's full. Unlike you play F&B and then there is no many people. And then I must say I was very much disappointed because they were telling us that the game of Pirates and Sundowns sold out, but I saw so many spaces there. I said, why do they say it's a sold out? And then the next thing you see all this, or maybe people bought tickets and then it
And
was a
then
sold. And yeah, so that's it.
you know what I've also seen? You know what I've also seen,
Yeah.
Sobri,
Mm,
is when things are not necessarily going according to your team's way, a lot of a lot of spectators start getting up and leaving the game early.
mm,
And I've
mm,
seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it in my lifetime where you go out of the stadium, your team's losing 2-0, and the next minute you're listening to it on the radio, and before you know it, it's 3-2, they've turned it around. So People do leave the stadiums early sometimes to get away from traffic and to get away, get a good start on,
Mm,
going home or whatever the case may be. But sometimes you miss out big time.
mm.
True,
Pete,
true supporters stay behind, eh?
yeah, yeah, and want to see even a single ball to see what's happened. Pete, let me move to the Messi special, but before that, yeah, let me move to the Messi special quickly. Remember, they're starting today, and then
Uh-huh.
the game, and then of course I'll watch the game. I can't wait to see. Remember, he was struggling with injury, but we are told
Yeah.
that Pete is going to play. Sergio Ramos with Messi once said when they were training there, Messi just joking, he said, hey, man, don't forget that we are on the same squad. You continue
Yeah, sure.
to fight me and all that. He said, nah, nah, this
Yeah.
time I'm going to fight whoever comes close to you. Then he confessed, he said, you know what? I was relieved when I played with this guy because he made me suffer, I said,
Yeah.
now I'll have to relax now. No stress anymore. So yeah, that's Lionel Messi. Uh,
And it'll be TLB's first game is Chicago Fire today, yeah?
and I'm told the coaching staff, everybody's excited
Mm.
about him. And guess what? They say Fleming Berg of Mamelodi Sundowns is the one who recommended him to the coach of Chicago Fire. Apparently, they are friends. So, well, Fleming Berg is not a bad person, but those are the news. So it's very exciting to hear that. Yeah, and then Pete, and then I know that we have already spoken about Man City. What's your take about? I see that the young man is not playing again. Um, I know my son loves him so much.
Foden. Are you thinking Foden?
Yeah. What's happening? What's happening? Have you heard anything?
Yeah. Yeah, he would always be in my team, you know. But uh, Pep has to rotate stat. He has to rotate,
Mm,
and he's got a lot of class players in his squad there.
mm,
And often coaches are criticized for this, but yeah, I think Foden he's not getting enough game time at the moment.
mm.
And I think that's affecting his game a little bit, whether that's psychological or whether that's just a physical thing.
Mm,
But
mm.
you say he's not playing today.
Yeah,
Is he not in the squad?
I'm not saying he's not playing. I'm not sure. I haven't heard what is their lineup,
Oh,
but I'm just worried that he seems as if he's not getting the game time.
hmm.
Like yeah. I wanted to show you the Inter Miami. They've unveiled their away and home games. I see that. I don't know where I put that. Yeah. Um, but well, they are already back. So they've already, but the colors haven't changed. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen. And there was also
Hmm.
rumor that Neymar may join Inter Miami, but I think this one is a pure speculation because I also picked up another rumor that Neymar is thinking of retiring after
I
2020.
did hear that one, yes.
Yeah, after 2026. I think he's um I think
I
he's
think he's a bit young for that.
he's
Hmm.
exhausted. Um
Yeah. So go on holiday. He's too
yeah,
young to retire, Neymar.
well, with all this injury, when the
Hmm.
injury docks you, they worry.
Hmm.
He's always injured and so on, and maybe it's a good thing for him. I don't know. I don't know.
Let's see.
Well, what's your take? What's your take? Maybe it's a good thing for him. I think he'll play the World Cup, but
Yeah.
footballers. If he plays well in the World Cup, maybe may think that you know what,
Remotivate. Yeah.
I need to come back again.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So, Yeah, Pete, let's go back to the books and share what we have. Now, I'm going to share this one. You know that Benny has penned down a book um, by Mark Gleason, and then, yeah, maybe he relates nice stories. So it would be nice for people to lay their hands there and learn about that book. And also the book by Andy Lemkwitama, Blacks Can't Be Racist. If you want to learn about politics, that's the book for you to learn. And then also, let's see, I want to share another book. Our book, where is that? No, I can't see it now. Yeah, so those are some of the news that we have. Let me share the last one. And then also Saddam has been going around launching branches. Now people continue to say, Chiefs, Saddam, they put work, and I say, anyone who shares the news, I'll share it. This is the book, How I Turned 500 Rand into $1 million Business. You can do the same. This book is also available on ebook on Amazon. So anyone can do it. If one person can do it, why not? Anyone can do it. Yeah, and then what's your take about this development of crowds coming back to our football? Pete, what do you take? Have you seen the numbers? Yeah, they look very good, very
Oh,
exciting.
it's great, man. I think it's great. Um, it shows an increased interest in the sport at the moment. So what's exciting the crowds?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think an improved performance of our teams. That's what
Yeah,
I think.
I've always say if you play good football, people will come to the stadium.
Yeah.
No, English football is always full because they play good football. Play
Mm.
good football. There's no better PR than that one. Now, let me share the job of Saddam so that you can see. And then I think they were busy with their branches here, as you can see him here.
Mm.
He's working hard, Saddam. He's working hard.
Good. Man.
Well, he said it is a slave of football. Slave of
Yeah, a willing
football.
slave.
Yeah, he said he's a slave of football. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you. And then yeah, so at least we have given him some puff, Saddam. Now, before I leave, check out the book by Chomani Chomani. At the end of the show, he has penned down his book, his journey, and I'm sure you can learn. So a lot. Chomani has done well in his life. So Pete, maybe your predictions. Then City.
Sundowns to win, Pirates to win. In the Premier League,
Or Sundowns to
Arsenal,
win.
Spurs.
Score? Do you have scores?
Hmm. I think Sundowns will win 3-0.
And then Pirates.
I think they might do something similar. Yeah,
Okay.
something similar. Yeah,
Okay. And then
I think you
Premier
can
League.
expect some goals. Whew, this is a bit tougher. It's a must-win for Man City, so I'm going to give my team a 2-1 win.
2-1.
They're at home, so they have a bit of an advantage there.
Mm.
And Arsenal against Spurs, I think Arsenal will be too strong for Tottenham. So I think both of them. Yeah.
Especially, sorry about that, especially Tottenham on Spurs, they are facing some difficulties. Pete,
Mm.
thank you so much. People out there, thank you so much for continue to follow us, continue to subscribe. Please like, let's comment. What do you think about the topics that we covered about Doc Khumalo, about Peter Musimane? I also listened to Mike Mangena, a very chilling story. Remember, we got arrested at some point, but finally won that case. Apparently, it was some shenanigans there. And then Mike, I know him very well. When I was staying in Dubai, he used to come to buy at my aunt's shop, together with Doc Khumalo and his dad, Bra Pro. I used to go with Doc Khumalo to the stadium, but I was a Pirates through and through. He was a Kaiser Chiefs. So we never saw each other for a very long time. So I did a function in Mamelodi. I think it was early in the 90s, if I'm not mistaken. Then he saw me there, Doc, because I had invited him as a guest. He was so thrilled because we had not seen each other for many, many years. That was it. Even now, I haven't seen Doc now. I'm not saying whatever that I said because I know him. It's not about that. I'm saying respect the views of other people. So please, guys, continue to subscribe and like, and don't kill us. It's our views. If you have a view, of course, put your view across. Don't hate us. You know, I see people hate Kanye. As much as I don't agree with some of Junior Kanye's statement, but I'm not gonna hate him. I think it's his opinion. Why not? Allow him. Pete, thank you so much.
Yeah, cheers, guys. Enjoy the weekend.
Thank you. Bye-bye. A quick announcement. I think it would be appropriate to announce this to you, our stakeholders, before I can go to other platforms like social media, but get it on our show. We have decided that our Tuesday show will be discontinued due to the fact that I'm currently busy with studies, and then so I need a lot of time to complete my studies. So we'll have the shows only on Saturday morning, not Tuesdays, so that we can have enough time. At some point, I was thinking to cancel the show altogether, but after a thought, I said no. Let's keep it on Saturday, and then yeah, so that one can have time to do the studies. We'll be notified. You'll be notified in due course. When are we going to resume the Tuesdays? All right. I'm still looking for a youngster that I would groom who will take over, but it should be uh, a youngster with strong mentality, a youngster with a whole lot of dedication and commitment, because it's not easy to sustain this kind of um, activities. So we are searching around. We'll see. He will come. He will come. So we are not just going to, rush and do take anyone. It will come. It will come spontaneously. We have the right one, and then we continue. So we are not gone completely. We'll be back soon. As you know, the show is called TBR SSF Show, which simply means TBR Solution Sports Forum with myself, the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe. I thank you. Hello, everyone. We are back. My name is the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe from TBR, which simply means the Big R Solutions. Here I'm representing the company called the Big R Financial Service Provider, Financial Services, which is an authorized and registered service provider. Our license number is FSP 47430. I'm talking to all government employees age 55 and above who are already thinking of exiting the system. They either want to go on pension or they want to resign. Two things that comes to mind. How do I save? How do I save on penalties? How do I ensure that the tax is not so huge? What can I do to make sure that I achieve those goals? Now, if you want to know how to achieve those goals, come to us, drop us a WhatsApp, we'll call you. The WhatsApp number is very simple. It's 067 915 1447. 067 915 1447. Drop us a WhatsApp. Don't call, but drop us a WhatsApp. And then we are working together with Alan Gray on this product, on this project. So Alan Gray is our product supplier. So we assist people using that product supply. So it's up to you to give us a shout or drop us a WhatsApp. We'll therefore come back to you. I thank you.
Kgotsong, ke le tsebetsa ka buka ya ka e buang ka tsela yeo ke tsamaileng bophelong ba ka. Le tla utlwa ka mathata ao ke bileng le ona le katleho yeo ke e fihletseng. Hape le hore radio e nkahile jwang hore ke fetole bophelo ba ka. Takatso ya ka ke hore o fumane buka ena ya ka e tla fetola bophelo ba hao. Ya buang ke Dr. Chomani. Take it easy. Don't be shy.
I didn't mind. I said, let's fulfill the fixture. We'll go and play. But the problem was, Bobby, the problem was, Kaizer Chiefs needed 1 point to win the league. 1 point, Kaizer Chiefs. Number 2 was Orlando Pirates. And Pirates again. And Pirates, the last game was Jomo Cosmos Football Club. Yes. And Pirates needed 3 points. Obviously, obviously. You don't need a rocket scientist. Obviously, you look at that division or Pirates win the Chiefs anyway. But what happened? Why I raised this issue? I dropped everybody. I was still playing and still playing very good. Very, very good, make no mistake. And I said to the first team, August Makala Kalani, Eugene Zwane, what a team, Thomas Madichachi, Eric September, it was a team and a half. And if they are here, I would like them to come and say goodbye to Chipa. That team was the best Cosmos team ever. So I decided to drop everybody for the sake of Orlando Pirates. The Pirates is home, and that cannot change because my father was there, I was there, my brother was there. So what happened? I played the reserve team. Eugene, Jomo Nginboni Lozan Matot, or in Funama signing on fee. So when the whole team was seated upstairs, when they were seated upstairs, and all of a sudden, I was also seated upstairs, the reserve team was changing. Thank you, guys. The reserve team was changing. It's just 5 minutes. You can go. The reserve team was changing. Chipa came running downstairs. He was also not playing. He said, Bro Jay, I'm a Pirates, Ulukile, Kitimia Haluna, Mare, Martella Hampima. Kirbain Saint John Fanagit. Arbatua, Baridin just did some leaky. How? Area official say to the Buaja. Come, everyone. Come. No signing on fee. You have a contract in your hand. Yes. No. Chipa atlar no brache arkenengr bapale. Karo show areas. So what I did, kabitsa group ya udimu kwa. Ene ki tseska bapala first team ya ka e ne bapala ho. Kabitsa le ba ka re change hang ho kena rona jwano. But wa Pirates ababua mnati this official tsepedi. Ababua mnati. Hey. But then, but what Pirates? Rabafa 5-1. Kaizer Chiefs win a trophy. And on that day, Chipa scored 3. And all the 3 goals were created by me. So, few other things I've corrected. Chipa moved to Joburg. Kabafumanela ntloko komme o mong ba re ke magadi a move le bona bo magents ai ska bona motho le mokana ona na Nosina bathu mo. Nosina bathu nix. Ba kena sekolo se seng ka ba kenya ko sekolong se seng ko Matseke. Ra forja certificate tsa ba bang mo nka se bui mo. Ra etsa botsotsi ra etsa certificate hore ba pasitse ba sa pasa nix. Ka lo bua le trot ne le teacher mo golo mo le Matseke. Kare trapaton. Ka o kopa mfowethu. O ska sheba certificates. Wena sheba o dimo shebe le bitso mo kenye classeng. Bafana ba batla o thusa ba hobane sekolo sa bo doctor le tse se wida di trophy all the time ko Soweto. Taliwonga ya bo doctor intse iketsetsa Soweto ka ro trot ba tla o thusa ba. Are what about the trot? Ba tloele ba kene sekolo trot. Ba tloele. Ba kene sekolo man. Ko di finaling before the exams ba shapa ear doctor Kimil Cup ne? Yeah, ba shapa Dr. Khumalo sekolo sa yena 4-2. Yeah, Cosmos inali 6 mo. Ba tsena sekolo. Hey. Ba longola di exam. Ay bangola. Sa khutla di results. Ay. Trotika kokota usenko Orlando East. Njoman. Uthere envelope. Ke re no tlo ask ra bua ko ntlung man ba ke batle family ya ka utlo a re koloi ra ya koloi a re sheba di results mo una lo totsi note ka Bible. The combination between these two guys, Mark Williams and him, is the best combination South Africa has ever had. They will never have another combination. These were the two deadliest strikers I've worked with, two of the deadliest. And unfortunately, or fortunately, both are Cosmos players. Even Mark Williams is a Cosmos player. He was trained.
Oh, hey, brother. Hey, brother. How are you? I'm fine, my man. How are you? Never, I know. Never forget where you come from. Never. Humble beginnings. Yeah. Humble beginnings. That's where it all started. That's where I'm saying to you, thank you for giving me the opportunity. I'm proud of you. You've done well, son. My life would have been different. I don't know where I would be now. No, I'm very proud. This team is also blessed to have groomed a person like you. We're blessed. You must tell them that the championship winning team, that team has won the championship. They don't know. They forget. You see, some of these guys were not born yet. But the history is there. Yeah? The history is there to remind them. History is written. It's not a football team. This is not a football. Yeah. Thank you for not discovering. Thank you not for discovering me only, and everybody that you discovered. Everybody. It's over 600 players. Oh, everybody. Yeah. Thank you. Over 600 players. You know, yesterday I got a shock. I got a call from. You remember Isao Kanyenda? Yes. Yeah, Isao gave me a call yesterday. I was surprised. I'd forgotten about him as well. You know, it's unbelievable. I always tell my players that this is not a soccer club, it's an institution. Yeah, you've given everybody a chance and a break in life. Yeah. Thank you, Jay. Thank you. I really appreciate it.